bought a Dyna. Not just any old regular Dyna either. It's a 2005, so it's fuel injected. It's got Screaming Eagle pipes and filter on it. Raked front end, which I'm not a huge fan about because it's not very good in corners, but it looks sick. Tramp stamp, bobtail fender. Anyways, I'm gonna cut to the chase on this. Obviously I got the wheels off this thing. I am doing tires tomorrow, taking them in because I don't have a tire machine, and I really don't want to screw these wheels up. They are smooth and they're too nice. So taking in, I'm getting the Shinko 777s, super grippy, good tire for the price. I think I'm paying like $300 for a front and a rear. Doing some other cool things tomorrow, like a new headlight, new blinkers all around. Probably gonna get a new taillight with built-in blinkers, so that way I don't have these big things, and it'll all just be built into the taillight. Also, I'm getting rid of the 12-inch mini apes. I do like where they sit. I do like how they feel. I just don't love how they look on these Dynas. So I decided to buy some 12-inch T-bars. Those are also going on tomorrow. I think I'm gonna keep the chrome controls. They're the same height, so I don't need to run any new cables or anything. I'll definitely clean up some of the wiring and cables though. Install the new headlight and buy a fairing. Honestly, that's the next big thing after the T-bars. And the tires are just needed. These tires are like 10 years old. Like I said, it's a 2005 with the 88 in it. 1500 cc's. Twin cam, obviously. Only 36,000 miles. These things go, you know, about 100,000 before you really have to do any internals or rebuilds. Cam tensioners can be an issue on these bikes, but that's really the only downside, so whatever. Basically, I'm gonna put the mower and whatnot aside. All the smaller projects can wait, and I'm gonna really be focusing on this thing. It'll be a process, but I'm gonna learn some things and try and teach y'all on the way. So one thing I did notice when I first got the bike is these handlebar bushings up here. It's literally just 4 bushings, 2 on top, 2 on the bottom. This whole handlebar setup is loose. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the old Scamazon, but picked me up some of these for 10 bucks, and they're supposed to fix all your issues. I watched some videos on them. Less than 10 bucks, super cheap, well worth it. Because one thing you don't want to be doing while you're riding down the road is having any play in your front end or your handlebars. Also, I had to pick up the new grips for the new T-bars. This is the seat I had on it that I bought it with. This is the seat I got on it now. Probably gonna change it out for some diamond stitching, something with a little bit sharper backrest. Because when you get on this thing, it really wants to throw you off the bike. Got the new Shinko 777s. Oh yeah! Look at those grippers, dude. Now with the old, oh yeah, no more handlebar play. One was, and I could like barely get it. Might almost be out. So, tracking down these wires. So there's plugs, right? There's one for the right hand controls and one for the left hand controls. 6-pin plug, just like that. Super hard to track down. Had to pull out some slack from the back. Had to unbolt the tank, take the seat off, and pull the wires out from the front. Then we had to pull the wires out from the handlebars, the old ape hangers. What a pain, but this should be a little bit easier. We got one hole for the right hand control and one hole for the left hand control. So these should be a little bit easier to install. Wow. It's got parts and wiring galore. These new bushings are sweet though. Well, it's the next day here. Just going through and cleaning up the mess from yesterday. Typical Saturday. Just take a moment and check out this badass cooler my girlfriend painted me. Look at that. It's even got my truck on it. Bass. Let's get Star Spangled Hammered. Sir. That's what I'm talking about. The top is my favorite for sure. Well, here she is in all her glory. Yes, I do have an oil leak. Took it for a rip. Did about 25 miles earlier just around town. And oh boy, I am loving this T-bar setup, or Moto bars, whatever you want to call it. All this wiring's nice and tucked. Look at that. Got the new steel handlebar bushings in. Absolutely no movement in the handlebars now. Got the new groups on. I'm loving these things. Nice and comfortable. And actually there's no throttle tube on this. The cables just hook up directly to the grip. So it's not the snappiest thing in the world, but it's a whole lot better than it was. I can tell you just from riding around town that I have so much more control. Usually these wide glides don't like corners, but with this setup, man, this thing handles real nice. If any of you are wondering, I'm about 6 foot. And these are 12-inch Moto T bars, and I do have the stock forward controls. And I can monkey around this bike pretty well. It's a very comfortable setup for me. Got these little tinted lenses on here. Went ahead and ditched the big blinkers and went with this Nightlight tail light. Seems great. Works as a running, brake, and blinker. Super easy to install, just plug and play. Installed the new Nightlight headlight as well. This thing's LED, super bright. This is the original one, Harley Davidson headlight. Kind of hard for me to switch this out just because it's so factory OEM from 2005, but you just can't beat the look and the brightness of these LEDs. All right, well, now onto the tires. If you guys do any aggressive riding, stunt riding, or you're just ripping it around town, you're not doing super long you know, cross-country rides, the Shinko 777s is where it's at. These things are super grippy, super soft tire, and they just hook up in any scenario. You're not really going to be doing burnouts on these though. They are the perfect wheelie tire though, super grippy. They're not the cheapest tire on the market, but they're pretty cheap for what they are. All in, I think I spent like 300 bucks on tires and like 50 bucks on install. You know, if you don't have your own tire machine, Cycle Gear is where it's at. By the way, you guys, remember, too much throttle and not enough rear brake is not a good time. Did a little damage to the old pit bike last night. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, but that exhaust is bent. So on these KLX 110s, the pegs, shifter, peg on this side, and brake, and the kickstand are all ran by one steel bar that goes under the frame, and I bent that up on both sides, so all of my foot controls were bent up. I had to kind of like take them off, put them in a vise, you know, figure it out, and bent them all back pretty nice. But that kickstand I was not able to fix, so now this thing, when you put the kickstand down and you lean it over, leans over like a Harley. The lean. Even got a little blood on the tank. Yeah, looping out at 30 mile an hour, 25 mile an hour, not a joke. I'm just glad it wasn't on the Hog or the 450. And that's what these pit bikes are made for. So, ain't the first time it's been dropped, ain't the first time it's been looped. Definitely one of its harder crashes though, that's for sure. I'm working on doing more POV riding footage on the dirt bikes and the Harley, so that'll be coming soon. And I mean, before my crash, I really forgot how fun this little pit bike is when you're not looping it out. But yeah, definitely gonna have some more pit bike content as well. I was holding her 12 o'clock there for a while, till I wasn't. Honestly, the hardest part was fishing all the electrical through these bars, and then when I took the old apes off, before I even had these on here, I had to fish out all the plugs from inside the frame. So I actually had to take the 2 bolts out, lift up my tank slightly, prop it up, and then pull them out of the tank, or pull them out of the frame. Had to have my seat off and feed all the wires through. There was like probably 15 inches of just loose wire bundled up under the seat. So I had to get that all fed through the frame and then get those plugs out so I could get everything plugged back in for the new bars. It's kind of a slow process, but with all the hand controls and whatnot, you know, it's all preference. Like, you know, you just gotta really get it where you want it, buy the stuff that you want. I honestly, these are all the old controls from the Apes, and I really like them. They're chrome, they match the bars. I like the black grips because it's a good accent, matches the paint and whatnot. And then obviously like these guys, headlight, tail light, kind of black and chrome is the theme. Can't forget the Thrill Seekers bar bag. That thing was on the pit bike. Had this thing for years. Yeah, so this is basically my POV. These bars, like with my arms stretched out, feet on the controls. My hands, my knuckles are almost in line with my shoulders. They're probably an inch or two lower, which I thought would be kind of an issue. I thought I might have to buy 14-inch bars, but honestly, these 12s are really nice. It feels more like a dirt bike. You get way more control when you're cornering and just riding in general. Fires right up. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna wrap up this video. Thank you guys for watching, and well, I enjoy these types of videos, but I know that the action-packed, you know, POV riding videos, you know, where we're actually doing stuff, those are a lot more entertaining. Overall, these bars get a thumbs up from me. Highly recommend. I can drop the link down below if you guys are interested. Just let me know. They're 12-inch T Moto bars with built-in risers. You know, I wasn't trying to spend $350 on risers and separate bars, so I just went with this setup. Probably spent $100 between the grips, the blinker covers, headlight, and the tail light. All that stuff's off of Amazon. That's where I usually get it. Nightlight is where it's at for LED lights, though. See you guys in the next one.